Oh man, it is, guys, it is freaking hot. I had to come over here and get in the shade and try to get a little break from this heat. So, Goldman Sachs says they are doubling our chances of a recession right now. So it's kind of funny because these economists, and I don't know if it's that they're that dumb or they think that we're that dumb. I think it's more that they think that we're just that stupid that we're not going to realize how this is played. But this is from Business Insider, and Business Insider is saying that some Goldman Sachs executive is now claiming that we've gone from a 15% chance of a recession to a 30% chance of a recession. And just realize that those numbers are going to continue to rise because they know the recession is coming. And right now we're just waiting on the data, right? So the recession is, what, two consecutive quarters of negative GDP. So we've already had one, and we're waiting on these brainiacs to give us the numbers for the second one. So it's a little bit ridiculous to think that we're not already there, and these economists are looking backwards, and they're going to say, yep, we're in a recession now. But at the time that they say that, we've already been in a recession for 6 months. So I'm thinking that they're going to continue to increase those odds until the numbers are in their favor, and then they're going to say, yep, 100% chance of a recession. So they're really great at predicting. It's like they're working with Miss Cleo, right? So I don't know when, I don't know where, but something real bad is going to happen. So it's, if y'all know what that's from, put it down in the comments, by the way. But, sorry, I thought somebody was coming up, I thought someone was coming up the road here. So they're telling us that we're headed for a recession. We already know that we're in a recession. We're already planning for a recession. And guys that follow this channel, that are a part of this, that are a part of this growing movement to fight back and push back on this, people that are with us buying hard assets, pulling money out of banks, taking the control back in our hands, y'all, we're going to be just fine. We're going to get through this recession, and we're going to be able to power on and move forward and make great things happen going into the future. But Goldman Sachs is just trying to make money on this, and they're trying to transition wealth from you to them. So be very careful about how you listen to them. They're looking into the past, and they think you're stupid. They think we're all stupid. And in their defense, a lot of people that are listening to them are stupid, but we're not. None of my subscribers, none of you watching this video fall into that category. They're blaming this on the Fed's aggressive rate hikes. That's what they're saying. They're saying that they're doubling the chances of a recession because of the Fed's aggressive rate hikes. It didn't matter whether the Fed did anything. We were still heading towards a recession. Now, it may not have affected the real estate market in the way that it's affecting it right now, but we were headed towards a recession because the inflation was out of control. There was no way to stop that recession. Once that inflation train rolled in, there was no way to stop it. We fired it up years ago. But really, we hit the throttle when we started handing out money from the pandemic like it was free. And it's not the $2,000 stimulus that you got that killed it. It was the rest of that money that went to different pet projects and different funds all around that Congress hid from us and said, oh, we're going to give you this $2,000 to look away, while we spend and blow the budget out of the water and spend trillions after trillions giving money to our friends. That's what caused this. It wasn't the $2,000 that they sent to everybody. I want to be clear on that. That $2,000, they could have sent that and we would have all been perfectly fine. We maybe would have felt a little bit, but not much. And it would have been much more immediate because think about it, you're flooding the market with a bunch of cash immediately. But the people that are flooding the market are just driving up the economy. The smart ones like us, people that are watching this channel, what do? We put our money into things that are good assets that will produce for us, so things like gold, silver, cryptocurrencies. We bought a sawmill when we got our first one. And so we bought the sawmill for the farm, and get away from me. We bought a sawmill for the farm so that we could produce our own lumber because we saw where the lumber prices were going to go, where they were going to stay, and where they will probably never come back to. Now, I realize the lumber prices have come down, but I'm saying they're never going back to pre-pandemic levels. I'm just not seeing that. Maybe I'm wrong there, but I'm not seeing that. I think inflation's hitting those too, and it's here to stay. So, bottom line is, guys, don't let these idiots or these probably very intelligent people that think you're an idiot, don't let them tell you with their 1 degree in economics because they went to Florida State University and they got a degree in the enumerated academics of their choosing, right? Don't let them try to fool you into this. I had a conversation with a guy the other day, and his only defense to his argument was, I'm studying this in school, and he said, I'm doing a dual major, and one of those majors is in this. And I was like, okay, so you have not even a degree, and you're still having the arrogance to sit here and tell me I'm wrong because you have an argument from authority. That's called an argument from authority when people do that. It's the same, it's the exact equivalent of a religious person arguing with an atheist using the Bible. It doesn't work because the atheist doesn't recognize your source of where you're getting that from. So you can't use the Bible to argue with an atheist. You have to use other means of logic if you're trying to convince somebody that God exists, right? It's the exact same argument. You have to come to us with an argument. You can't just say, I have the enumerated degree from the institution of choosing by the politicians and the, I'm sorry, I got like spiders hanging down here, but I've got the enumerated degree of choosing from the politicians and the socialites that want me to have this degree, that therefore then my opinion matters. That's a bullshit argument. It always has been, it always will be. Don't let anybody play that on you. They are not smarter than you just because they have a degree in economics and they think that they know what's going on. Promise you, half these people that are writing articles like this are broke, watching their 401ks plummet to the bottom because they weren't smart enough to pull any money out, or they're sitting here panicking about it, pulling it out as it's going down, or they're sitting here saying, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip, and brother, we are crashing down. Now is not the time to buy the dip. Now is at the top of that curve heading down. So don't let idiots try to tell you what to do and try to manipulate you by using fear tactics and this arguments that they're more intelligent than you because they have whatever. They have whatever numerical digits behind their name. They have whatever three-letter agency supporting their cause. That's not an argument. You have to present an argument from facts and articulate the point. And there's rules from arguments. Take a philosophy class. They'll teach you how to do those arguments, actually. I digress. I'm going to let y'all go with this. I really appreciate y'all watching. I'll post a link to this down into the description. Make sure and like and subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so. And I guess I got to go get back out into the weather a little bit. So we'll catch y'all later.